The church actually was founded in 1856. There was a group of German immigrants from Galenbeck, Germany that settled in this area in the late 1840s. The village was known as New Galenbeck, and then in 1861 they built the first actual real sanctuary, and that was just south of the current church building, and that one lasted from 1861 to 1931 when they built this church. I started pastor here in December of 2012, and this was in November of 2013. We have an annual sausage supper, and we feed upwards of close to 2,000 people. And I was working in the fry shed frying sausage when one of the gentlemen from the church came and said, "Pastor, the church is on fire." I came around the corner and I saw black smoke billowing out of the church. And we had to try and get first all the people out of the building, and thankfully that went pretty smoothly. And the Hamel and Warden fire departments then both arrived and were able to get the fire out within probably about an hour. They got it completely out. The damages started in the old boiler room, which is in the basement of the church. The smoke, it came right from where we're sitting right now. The smoke came up through here and into the front of the church and all throughout the nave, and it was completely, I mean, you couldn't see. If you're standing in the back of the church, you really couldn't see the front of the church. The smoke was so thick. There was just black residue everywhere throughout the building, and especially on the ceiling too, where the smoke had risen and it just caked up on the ceiling of the church. We're a multi-generational church. Just south of the church is our church cemetery. And a lot of the names that are buried in there, you see in the stones, are still people that are living here in our community, and their grandparents, great-grandparents, and great-great-grandparents are the ones that built this church and have sustained it over the years. So I was pretty confident that right from the get-go, we would put things in place to restore it and actually make it more beautiful than it was before, and we're able to do that. You know, it's been just all these firsts since we've been back in the church. First funeral back in the church, first baptism back in the church. This is the first Christmas back in the church. So all these things that are part of a life of a congregation, you just find relief. You know, we're back in our home, and it gives you a sense of peace, that God is really leading us, watching over us, giving to us, and that in Christ, you know, all things are made new. We'll have 2 services on Christmas Eve, one at 7 o'clock and one at 11 in the evening, and then Christmas Day at 9 o'clock in the morning. It will be a packed house. I think our secretary has printed hundreds and hundreds of bulletins, and she's glad that she's done running them off. She's on vacation now. The neon cross was donated in memory of 2 sons of the congregation that were killed in action in World War II. And I believe that it was put up around 1947. Back then, when our frontage road here is Old Route 66, and so from Chicago to Los Angeles, there was neon signs, and at restaurants, truck stops, motels, and the people back then realized, well, this is part of being on Route 66. So in memory of these 2 sons of the congregation, they put up the neon cross of the church, and it's really a neat feature of our congregation, but also a little bit of Americana and American history. A lot of times during the evening, you will see truckers will honk their horn as they go by, and it took a while for me to get used to it. But there have been a lot of truckers who have seen the cross and have been inspired, knowing, well, you know, while I'm on this road, the Lord is with me. The blessings of Christ are still on me, and we've gotten a lot of word from truckers that have, you know, it helps their devotion as they're driving along the road to see the cross in the darkness as they're driving along heading into St. Louis or coming out. This particular congregation has a unique identity, and I'm really blessed and privileged to be here as their pastor. And that cross kind of shows that. You know, this is a special place. We're a small town. The church is really out in the middle of nowhere. You know, obviously we have I-55 in front of us, but we're surrounded by soybeans and cornfields. But here the people of God come together, and they come around the cross. And reminder of what Christ has done for them and what He's still doing for them.